On this episode, I'm going to talk about Telogen Effluvium, a common cause of hair loss. Ro, take us away. What's going on, world? This is your boy B, and welcome to another episode where the truth lives here. I'm going to take you guys down memory lane real quick, so bear with me. So, this is your boy B right here. You know, I have my hair. This is 2018. And I was in the shower one day and I started to look down and hair was just falling out of my hair. So I panicked, I did. I really did. I was like, is this doomsday? Is this the time that my hair is gonna go away forever, ever, and ever? So I quickly made an appointment with the dermatologist and I was diagnosed with Telogen Effluvium. I don't know what a telogen is. What you say, telogen and what? Who did what to who? Telogen Effluvium. What is telogen effluvium? It's a common stress-related hair loss. All right, so okay, I'm getting somewhere. Anyways, not only is it a common stress-related hair loss, but it also doesn't show up until 3 months later after the stressful event had already happened. So I don't even know where this came from. I was like, I don't know what stressful event. I've been stressed all my life. So I didn't know, she was asking me all these questions. I don't know, I live a stressful life. But anyhow, I was glad to realize exactly what it is, because then I can start putting together a plan to overcome this. But telogen effluvium is when the follicle, the hair follicle, enters the telogen phase. There's 3 different phases, right? You have the anagen phase, which is the hair growth phase. You have the catagen phase, which is the transitional phase into the telogen phase. And when you get to the telogen phase, this is the resting phase where your hair is shedding and it's not growing. And this is where I was at. I wasn't growing. You know what I mean? So I had to woosah. So long story short, we put together a quick strategy so I can overcome my current, at the time, hair loss. Now, you guys probably trying to figure out what are some triggers that can cause telogen effluvium. So some of the triggers that you can look out for is extreme stress, shock, trauma, all right? And when you are experiencing any of those triggers, what that does is it pushes the hair from anagen, the growth phase, into the resting phase, right? Where your hair is shedding and it's not growing any new hair. So let's go ahead and even break these stress triggers down a little bit more. All right, so let's talk about 3 different types of stress. Ro, take us away. Now let's check out 3 different types of stress. Bear with me, you're definitely going to need this information. It's very important here. Number 1, emotional stress, right? Now, we've all experienced some type of emotional stress. If you are, how they say you're eating emotionally, right? Well, this type of stress is dangerous especially if it's prolonged, because it will start to lead to bad habits, such as overeating, or undereating. Because I've been in a situation where, I was a freshman in high school, college, and this girl broke my heart, and I eat for like 7 days. All right, okay, that story's done. Oh, anyways, so I ain't eat for 7 days. I was dealing with some emotional stress, and it probably wasn't the healthiest space I should have been in. Not at all, right? Well, that could have triggered some nutritional deficiencies. So that's what emotional stress can lead to. It also can lead to hormonal imbalance, right? So let's look at number 2. Bear with me. You're going to need to hear this. Number 2, psychosocial stress. I didn't even know that existed, but it does, right? This category, psychosocial stress. And I am positively sure that each and every one of us at some point in our lives have experienced this. If you haven't yet, hopefully you don't, but this is what it is. What this looks like is, for example, surgery, right? If you just started a new extreme diet, all right? Job loss. A lot of people during the pandemic, they lost their jobs, right? Psychosocial stress, you'll fit in that bucket. Divorce. That happens, right? Financial troubles. Again, You could fall in any of those particular buckets, but that can cause psychosocial stress, right? Let's look at number 3. Bear with me. Physiological stress, right? What does this look like? Hormonal imbalance, right? When your hormones are fluctuating, all the time. Another thing where you'll begin to see is when your immune system is suppressed. And as we know, when you suppress your immune system, you open yourself up to a whole lot of shenanigans. Okay, you don't want that. But all in all, these 3 will disrupt your hair growth cycle. And you know what I'm saying? You might have some problems. You know what I'm talking about? So now that we looked at the 3 types of stress that any of us can fall in these particular buckets, let's look at what can we do about it, right? Because now we know the problem and what's the solution. So number 1, nourish your scalp. I've talked about this a lot. If your scalp is not healthy, if the environment on your scalp is not healthy, hair will not grow. It's just like a garden, right? If you have, if you're trying to grow tomatoes, you know what I'm talking about, carrots and dirt, you probably need to go back to, garden class, if you will. I don't even know if that's a class, but you may need to go get on Zoom and ask somebody, can you help them? Because that's not going to happen. You need soil. Right? Only fruits and veggies and plants and trees, they grow from soil, something that's nourished. All right. So make sure that your scalp is nourished. All right. Don't forget that. Number 2, reduce sugary foods and drinks. I know this is going to be hard. I know it's going to be tough because you're going to try to figure out which one you need to reduce first. Okay. The Debbie cakes or the oatmeal cream pies, or what about the Mountain Dew, the Sprite, all this extra stuff. Listen. Fellas, you do not, let me say this, be very cognizant about eating sugary foods and drinks, especially while you're going through a stressful event, because that can exacerbate the situation. And when you are eating sugary foods and drinks, that can also increase your blood sugar levels. Increasing your blood sugar levels can cause your follicles, your scalp to become sensitive to hair loss. And also it will increase your insulin levels that can disrupt your hair growth cycle. So be very mindful of when you're eating sugary foods and drinking sugary drinks. Okay, so reduce it or eliminate it. But whatever you need to do, deal with it. Number 3, ashwagandha. I've been talking about ashwagandha for some time. If you didn't catch it, you need to catch on. Okay. Ashwagandha is an herb. It's a stress adaptogen herb. It's going to allow your body to deal with the stress. It's going to build you up and not break you down or let you down. Okay. So you want to make sure that you incorporate ashwagandha on a daily basis, because when you stress, it's going to help you to recover. Trust me, I've been using it. I've been taking it. And it is all natural. You can catch that down in the link if you want to get you some ashwagandha. Okay. Number 4. Listen, fellas, if everything else don't work, go see a therapist. All right. I'm not a professional therapist. I don't claim to be. But if you caught our video where we had Chris K. Minor, he's a therapist, and he was talking about some things that you can do to overcome your stress. Go check that video out. It should be down in the link, or you might see it up top. But go see a therapist, go see a professional, someone who can help you get through these tough times. We all need one. Last but not least, number 5, increase circulation. Fellas, increase circulation. So you want to massage your scalp in the morning and at night for like 3 to 5 minutes, because you know what stress do? It would constrict the blood vessels. And when it would constrict the blood vessels, you won't get any nutrients to the follicles. You won't get any oxygen to the follicles. Those are 2 things that your hair follicles need for your hair to grow. Okay, this is your boy B. Leave your comments down at the bottom for any topic that you would like me to cover next. And with that said, please watch our previous video. Check out our next episode. This is your boy B. As always, I'm out.